5 common mistakes that are done at a restaurant dining table that are completely inelegant and not classy. We're obviously avoiding them today, ladies, because we're always improving to be our best selves, and we will not make these mistakes. Hello, my name is Karina and welcome back to my channel where I make videos about money, women, and power and help you to become the best version of yourself, or how I like to refer to it, a $1 million lady, a woman with the highest caliber who is confident and shining from within. That is what my $1 million lady program is all about. You can check it out down below, where we cover etiquette, manners, how to look your best and dress for your best body, how to have a money mindset, how to invest properly, where to shop. It is such an amazing program and new modules are always being added. So check it out down below if you want to glow and improve from the inside out. But without further ado, let's discuss these 5 dinner restaurant etiquette and just manner mistakes. The first one is the use of makeup. I know that we are a little bit more laid back nowadays, and I have done this mistake myself so many times in the past because it seems so innocent. What's the harm in pulling out your little mirror and your little lipstick and just reapplying it at the table quickly after you've done a meal? Especially if you're on a date where you want to make sure that your makeup looks good or that there's nothing stuck between your teeth. It's so easy to do this, and it's actually counterintuitive to think that grooming should not be done at the table ever. Okay, it's just the incorrect thing to do. That is what the washroom is for. All you want to do is excuse yourself, go with your little clutch to the bathroom and reapply your makeup, check your teeth, check your powder inside the powder room. You don't want to be pulling out your mirror and, checking your teeth and doing this, because it looks off. And if you actually pay attention and think about it, it does look a little strange to see this, especially at, let's say, a fine dining restaurant, right? So avoid this, even if it feels like you're just going to do it really quickly within 30 seconds. Excuse yourself. The next thing, it is actually one of my pet peeves, and that is using your own fork for the main dish of the table. Say it is an appetizer or a shared plate, and even when you are with a close group of friends or on a first date or with a network or business associates, I have seen this done in so many different circles, and it is very inappropriate because people just don't want to be sharing that type of closeness, if you know what I mean. Germs and for cleanliness, and especially with everything going out in the world, I think people are a little bit more conscious about this. But if you think about it, you're putting the fork in your mouth. You don't want to be using it where other people are going to be eating. There is often a spoon or a fork that comes with the dish, and if something happened to that fork and you don't know how to approach this, then ask the server for a new fork or a new utensil and they will bring that. Oftentimes I do this when I see that the fork was misplaced. I will simply ask the server to bring a new one so everybody feels comfortable, because you don't want to be super rude and just assuming that everybody is okay with sharing your germs. Oftentimes they are not. And honestly, I'm the type of person that if I see somebody else use their fork from a main dish, I will not go into that dish, because I'm very conscious of that, and I don't share plates and I don't share that type of situation with strangers or even friends, actually. The third thing and the third mistake is people watching and staring aggressively onto somebody. A lot of the times we may not even realize that we do this. We're just kind of glancing over, and I see this done a lot. Some people I notice do this to me, sometimes with a group of friends. Honestly, even be a good thing. Maybe you're liking a pair of shoes or a dress that a girl is wearing, and you want to comment to your friends so they can take a look so that it is something positive. But you have to think about the other person. they don't know that it's something positive. So the whole point of etiquette and manners is to make sure everybody around you feels comfortable, and they are not going to feel comfortable when they think you are whispering about them. Some people try to hide it and go like this, or don't look now, but blah blah blah. It's still very obvious. It's very noticeable no matter how you do it. And I enjoy people watching too. You know, it's nice to look around, but don't make it obvious. Just take a little glance. Don't isolate into one area and just aggressively stare and think, because that just makes anybody feel uncomfortable. Do a general gaze of the room, maybe go back to it. It's normal to pay attention to your surroundings, but it's not normal to aggressively stare or say don't look now, but whatever, right? You can do it if you're talking about somebody in a positive way and you want your friend to pay attention, do it in a more discreet way. And of course, make sure it's always a good thing. If you don't have something nice to say, don't say it at all, right? Right. The fourth elegance mistake is how you hold your glasses. This is so interesting because I was in Europe a few weeks ago and I noticed that less people make this mistake. Every restaurant I went to, pretty much everybody was holding their glass correctly. For some reason in the States, a lot of people have the tendency to do this incorrectly, but in Europe, this is paid more attention to. So if you are traveling, this will actually give you more of a perk because you know how to do this correctly. So let's take a wine glass, for example. Here's the rule. Always hold it by the stem as low as possible. I see this too often. Men love doing this. This is kind of a men thing. You'll see that men do this a lot in America. Like, what's up, girl? What are you doing later? Can I get your number? And ladies tend to do this. I've seen it. It's like a huge grab and then a drink. This doesn't look elegant. I saw this actually the other day in Beverly Hills when a lady, this is how it looks like from the side. It looks like you're very thirsty and you're just drinking whatever is in it. It's not a classy way to do it. And you're leaving fingerprints and it doesn't look nice. But this is classy. You know what I'm saying? Yes, do it like this. And also to the champagne flute, do it like this. And some people say it's uncomfortable, and I get it. It can be. But the more you practice, honestly, this is like second nature. I cannot even imagine. I see this all the time, even in movies, guys. Even in movies, I see this so much. Like, let's toast. But this is not elegant because you're leaving fingerprints. It just looks messy. But this is high class right here. This is high class. Okay? And let's move on to the last elegance tip. That is a mistake, a very rude one in my opinion, and it has to do with water. When you order a bottle of water for the table and you have guests with you, no matter who you are, typically if you're on a date, the waiter of course will pour for the lady and he will pour it first for the lady, or the date you're with should be the one refilling your glass. But oftentimes, sometimes if I'm really thirsty and I want to pour my own glass, I always do this, and I always check whoever is sitting around me if their glass is empty. If it is empty, you should always fill the other person's glass first. Even if there's only a little bit of water left, it is very rude to just fill your glass and put it down, or even fill your glass first and then do it to everybody else. That is not the right way. Fill it for others first if you are the one taking initiative and you know you're thirsty, or ask the waiter to bring you a new bottle if you ran out of water. But that is the correct way to do things. You don't look rude when you do this, okay? So I hope you don't make these mistakes after watching this video. Let me know if you have seen these done in public before. And also don't forget to check out my $1 Million Lady program if you want a full guidance on etiquette and how to be your best self. It's linked down below. It was great being on here with you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video.